What's up, everybody? How you doing? What's going on? Is this working? I'm on a completely new setup right now. So, I wonder how it's going. What is happening, everybody? Yeah, I don't have my streaming stuff with me, so I'm webcamming it, which is not usually good. Looking pensive. What's new? Look busy. Man, so yeah, I just started cracking into, I got a new machine. And I did, dude. I just started, it probably sounds okay. I hope it's not too loud. Tell me if it is, because I can turn it down a little bit. I got the MacBook Pro, y'all. I had to. It's time. I'm actually so looking forward to seeing what I can do with this. And guys, this stream, I apologize. I don't have my stuff to hook up my camera. So all this fancy, and then I'm stuck with a webcam, which is 720 is as good as it does, I think. So roll call in a minute. Thank you, everybody, for coming. This ought to help me with workflow tremendously, and I have not been on a Mac forever. So I'm clumsily getting through it. I just set it up. I love Apple too. It was only because of work I was on the other machine. I got to figure out Windows decently enough to put videos out, but I prefer Apple. Oh my goodness, so many of you. Let's start with, it's moving fast. Let's start with Dana. Good to see you as well. Claudio, thank you. Jeff's Custom, Victor RC, Michael Reitza. Nice to meet you, man. Boss223, John Graham, David Snyder, Barry Campbell, Boss. Man, fantastic meeting you in Muncie, dude. So great to see you. George Watts, Scott Settle. Thank you, man. Yep, it's the Mac. I got the 16. I got exactly what I need, man. It's good. I actually had the 13 picked out with the new M1, and then I realized I'm better off with Adobe to go back to like Intel style. So Intel 7 even is going to do what I need it to. I mean, they don't show that stuff slowing down until you're trying to render like 8K. I'll be fine because I don't do all that. Noons, Jeff in Lower Alabama, Tony Spears, Eddie K, Mickey B, Jeff Adams, thank you, man. Eric Tennant, Tugs, Matt M, Don Willman. Finder is for kids. Your MacBook Pro has an industrial ventilator, LOL. May the new machine be all you needed. Yeah, I think it's gonna be great. Bobby had researched these too, and really was after the one that I ended up getting. I actually bought, the kid at the store sold me on the M1, and then I researched some more and with Bobby, and I was like, you know what, no. I took it back. I never even opened the other one. Took it back and got this one today. Nice, Scott, thanks. Lionel Randall, Francis Conti, Dennis Farley, good to see you, man. Yeah, Pilot Jerry in the house. So what's been going on, you guys? This one's pretty low key, man. We're right in your face with a webcam. I don't have anything really to drag into it yet, but I got this one also because it has 4 outputs instead of 2, which is really nice. Hopefully, I know a lot of you guys are beyond Night Radians on skill level, but I really hope you'll watch the first couple minutes of the Night Radian video myself, Bobby, and Adam Selikowski did. I had a good time with a portion of that video. You guys should see. Pellegrino, Dollar Bill Clinton. Hit the like button, says Jeff. Yeah, Jeff, I got that King Air, whatever. What do y'all call that new one from Hobby King? I got it. I'll try to get it together this evening, probably off camera, and like to get it up in the air tomorrow. The fans are running strong. Awesome. Boss said he flew today. Yeah, it was kind of rainy today. I just hung out with the kids. They're going to be out of town tomorrow with my wife. King Twin. Yeah, it looks awesome. We got too much stuff in the way, John, for hitting the jumps. We got to clean up, man. It's been kind of crazy. I think there's a handful of videos went out this week, and I love seeing you guys pop in those. I want you guys to treat the comment section on YouTube like you guys treat the stream. You guys are going to recognize so many of the same faces and names. You might as well treat it like a chat. Mickey B, man, you're going to love it, bro. You flew the timber, says Eric Tennant. That's cool. Nice, P-51D. Two-ship Big MiG formation flight. That's fantastic. King Twin. It looks good. The outboard panels need a little work to make them click in, but so far that's it. That's it. And when you guys are done talking to each other in the comments, I want you guys to follow me on MySpace. I'm kidding. MySpace. Noon's in the house. Very good. Yeah, I gave my night rating to a kid, man. The last day, Sunday, at Neffy, a young man, 12 years old, and his grandfather came by. And Sunday, everybody's packing out to leave. There's really hardly anybody left. And this kid came and wanted to see some planes, and there wasn't much to see. I thought it was a perfect time to get that Radiant up, put it in safe, and let this kid get some stick time. And he, of course, was very appreciative, and then he was blown away when I gave it to him. And Bobby K gave him some stuff too, like a stand and a plane from BitGo, so that's cool. Guys, if you're not subscribed to BitGo, get it done, man. He's about at 1,000. And as you know, YouTube's super lucrative, so once he hits that, he can retire. Scott, you know why? Our buddy TJ is employed now, running social at Horizon. So you'll see Horizon's social media presence ramping up a little bit. It's been noticeable already, which is really cool. Yeah, man, that's stupid. It's the Pence fly or something, Barry. I'm going to try to turn on a light and see if it helps. Paul McNeil, what's happening? Yeah, George, it was cool. And another kid got stick time that was wanting to get some, and then get it. The kid who I gave the plane to, I actually almost gave it to the other kid, but I just didn't think he was going to be able to use it. The other fella already had been shopping, and the vocabulary was there, right, where you knew he was gonna do keep going, and so it was awesome to do that. No photo ops, just living it, doing it, and being real. That was awesome. I got my dad some stick time on that yellow Trojan. He lives in Muncie, so hooked up with my pops. I'll post a pic of him and I, doing that glamour shot with the plane when we were done. He tried to hand it back to me to land it. I was like, no, you land it. It was cool. So yeah, gave that to Pops too. I just want to thank you guys. This whole thing, I'm able to do those things because of how well this channel does. I mean, it's not quit your job well, but I'm gonna anyway, and I'm gonna suffer the difference, but that's okay. As things get closer, I'll be able to define what y'all can expect a little bit and things like that. But as far as, I mean, it's happening. It's happening. So by Christmas for sure, and maybe sooner than that is how it's looking. And I'm over the moon. And there's a lot going on. I'm super pumped. It's going to be great. Nice. You got your citation, the UMX. That was a fun video too, man. Bobby and I had a good time making that citation video. Fry Guy, we have jumped planes a few times. Like the Vapor is perfect for inside. And Bobby K even flew that Micro Trojan and B-17 in here, although I would not recommend it to anyone because he worked it out, but he had a hard time, and I'm not sure that plane would survive any more attempts at flying inside. Now, the Vapors are fine. Even the Turbo Timber wants a little more space than this, you know? But yeah, guys, it's happening. I keep looking up because the camera's usually always there. Right now, it's just a light that's not on. Let me turn it on. I'll buy her a new Swiffer, goodness sakes. That might help a little bit. That's a little better. Yeah, I mean, goodness, guys, seriously, first crack on the new machine, and we're here with you. I love it. And for a webcam, I think, I haven't heard it, but the microphone and the speakers are supposed to be pretty good. Click the link, guys. Yeah, Jeff's Custom, dude, I tell you what, I saw his post on that King Twin and on Facebook, and I popped right away. It's cool to support guys back that have supported you for so long. And when I do my video on the King Twin, I'm putting Jeff's link in my distro. Because that's what's up. Early on, before some of you guys had your own affiliates, you guys were doing that for me. Dave Air Marshal did it. And we'll be friends for life now. You know what I mean? Yeah, no more ghosts. And you know, the good thing is, I really was, when I actually saw something, which turned out it was probably a hand peeking around a box. And I was like, I was so happy once I discovered that I thought it was an animal at that point. I'm like, yes. I'd rather be getting messed with by an animal rather than some maleficent, weird, spiritual entity. You know what I mean? Wouldn't you rather it be like a possum than like, what is it called? The Grim Reaper? Or something? Oh my gosh, I'm about to pull a Clarence Thomas in here. That's not what it is though. And it's not a Coke, it's a coffee, but it's got a little gnat in there. George, holy smokes, man. For paying it forward. Dude, I appreciate you. You know, I tell you what, I tell Bobby all the time, we can never forget why, whatever, we're here in the first place. It's really just sharing it, having fun. And originally, the first traction I ever got on YouTube was with Mike. doing lessons was what was the cool thing. I mean, reviews are great and everybody does them, but the lessons, and again, sharing your knowledge. So when I'm at the field or we're at one of these events and we can get a kid some stick time or grown up some stick time, it's great because I really remember why this is happening, what works, and what's the point. And there's going to be an opportunity in the future for like live, locally, flight lessons. We have so many planes, man. I'm not going to be broke up if a kid smashes one. Like if we have all these, because we get to do all this stuff, man. I got Bigfoots and apprentices, and I gave the Radiant away. I probably need to get another one. Because that was actually a lot of fun, man. You got to watch the first couple of minutes of me, Bobby, and Adam's video on that one I put out the other day. But yeah, guys, man, so fun, so excited. And if this hadn't been for real already, it's just it's scary, really, but in an awesome way, because I am jumping in. I mean, it's spooky. So I don't want to shill. You have to. Those calls to action about the links and stuff, I'm trying to make it funny because you have to do it. I hate it, but it works. So you'll still see it. I'll try to figure out different ways to deliver that stuff. I want you guys to do it. I need you to do it. I mean, YouTube, the best thing, I don't even want to talk about this stuff. I want to figure out something else to talk about. But the best thing that happens to sustain the channel is engagement on it. But when somebody like me, who it's easy to think is I'm not all about money. I'm about freedom to do what I love and share it out. You need money to sustain that stuff. But the best financially, the best thing that happens, engagement's great and likes and all that stuff, of course, but the memberships and the affiliate link clicking, that is above all the thing that makes this even a possibility. Because 17,000 subs, it's awesome, but I'm not getting the views as some of the big channels and stuff. So the ad revenue is not crazy at all. It's the rest of that stuff that makes it even possible. Guys, you like the I've been having a good time on I don't want to talk about that stuff anymore, really. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. I just wanted to do so well so we can do more stuff here too. More cool stuff. I'm trying to do my giveaways in person. You know, because you guys have seen it when we do a giveaway on the channel. It's a mess, and you get a ton of people that they're just here for that. So what we do in person at shows and what you don't see, I think that's where the most good is made. Tugs, thanks, man. Yeah, and it doesn't have to be that, but it happened to be the best like kind of beginner plane I had around with me at the show. How's your brother doing? Thanks, Lionel. And I'm just straight up on the machines, everything. I've got none of my mics hooked up. My camera's over there on a tripod. I didn't have the right gear to hook it up because this is what is it, USB-C? Everything's different sized. I had to buy a little widget so I have a card reader, like all kinds of things. But I appreciate it, guys. And one thing I've always wanted to do that's been very difficult, I'm sorry, I can't help but get on this track, but I love the small bits of social media too. Instagram and even TikTok and of course Facebook, you know. But we put in, Bobby does the same thing. We put in the time on making the videos. Tremendous amount. I really have done an estimate, and I believe it's 8 to 10 hours of time on one video. And that's the going out there, flying it, processing all of that stuff, and then dressing it up, doing all the SEO keyword business that you have to do to rank in Google and all that, and YouTube, just all these things. And so after all that effort, you've got this neat piece of what they call in the business long form content. Well, sometimes there's cool B-roll, there's definitely highlights in that stuff. And if I, in the past, wanted to break up one of those long-form YouTube videos into something small to distribute for fun on this, the other platforms, I have to edit it, of course, and then it's similar to this. I'd have to edit it on the machine I had, and then I'd have to put it on a little thing like an SD card thing for your phone, plug it into the phone. This sounds like it's not a big deal, but if you do it a lot, it is. Plug it into the phone, figure out how to, download this to your phone or camera roll, and then post it. It's like, come on, man. You guys are online. You know how much content you see out there from other places. That's a tremendous amount of funneling to get it out to you. So this machine, I still have to edit it. I'll make the small piece. I can airdrop it to myself and post it out, because you cannot post to Instagram or these other handheld platforms like TikTok and Instagram. You can't post from a desktop. It has to be from your phone. So this solves that problem, and I'm really very excited about that. Thanks so much. I mean, it's I've been. You guys have heard me talk about this computer for a while. I finally did it. I've been saving it up. I need a nest egg here for my wife. I got to have her feeling good about this move. But she's behind me. As long as I don't throw us in the dumpster for dinner, we'll be okay. And I think we can do it. I'm betting on it. And I'm pumped. And the channel will go on, and the things Bobby and I and Jing are doing are its own thing as well. So, as time goes, this thing will get kind of all married in together. I mean, we still want to grow the BitGo channel for Bobby. It's just a lot happening. Toonami, good to see you here, man. RC Plane Addict, you already have spent way too much time. Unless this is your full-time job, is it? It's a full-time passion, and it's been that for a long time. But it's working out where I'm going to actually be able to do more of it and not have to burn the candle at both ends. I mean, this editing around a regular job. I have a full-time job. I've always had a full-time job besides this. Even when I was at the other place, full-time regular job, like all you guys, most of you. Or if you don't, you did. A lot of guys are retired and enjoying that time in their life right now. And congrats, you did it. I'm late to the party on that. I have to do crazy things to make sure my old self is okay. And that means big moves, big scary moves, instead of just riding out the easy way. Totally blessed for the last 10 years working with my in-laws. It was awesome. And I'm not done yet, but it's on its way. Thanks, guys. I'm going to need you. If nothing else, watch the videos, talk to your buddies in the comments, and do that stuff. Please. So yeah, I'm super pumped. It's super scary, super awesome. Mickey, I got and you guys are my buddies. You guys know, like, and anybody who gets sick of the conversation, I mean, maybe you're just not in this kind of group. There's quite a scene that's begun off of these streams, and all these guys sharing tremendous value in the community. I mean, I'm so glad. It's neat. So there's 83 in here, but I consider it inner circle. I mean, we don't advertise this stream. There's nothing to do. We're just usually just BSing with each other. It totally is the Pilot's Lounge, which means sometimes you're going to build a plane. Sometimes you're going to talk about, I don't know, Sasquatch soap or beef sticks. I mean, who knows? So, Mickey, to answer your question, I got the MacBook Pro, the 16, with the i7, processing business. And the i7, for what I do, was not far enough behind the i9 to I really am proud at how I'm totally solid with this purchase. Bobby had already researched it. He already knew what he wanted. And when I went there, I was looking to get the same thing. And then the kid at the store did such a good job at selling me on the M1 chip processing the new stuff that I went the other way. And then I came back, and Bobby talked to me, and he's like, dude, no, man, you're going to hate that thing's that small. And we started looking into it, and it was just like, man, Bobby was right all along on that one, man. So, and this one comes with stuff in the base model that I had upgraded the 13 to anyway. So I feel like Dennis Frost, thank you so very much. BC Flyer, thank you so much. All you guys, tremendously generous. Very nice. Yeah, so this one comes with stuff that the other one had to be upgraded to. And for Adobe Premiere, the M1, so I'm going to nerd out a little bit. So Adobe is still in beta, and you have to run your stuff through this Rosetta 2 extension so it works with the new M1. It's like, you know what? Work out the kinks. I'm not going to even bother with this M1 business. So I have the 2.6 gigahertz 6-core Intel Core i7, 12 MB shared L3 cache, whatever, 16 gig like on board. It's got about half a terabyte of on board SSD storage stuff. It's got its own graphics like card, which is supposed to be a good thing, and then 4 Thunderbolt 3 USB-C ports, headphone jack, touch bar, touch ID, FaceTime if I want it, Magic Keyboard, Energy Star, and this thing has the largest battery that you can actually take on a plane that you can get. So it's like, this is ticking all the boxes. So I'm super pumped. The M1's great, but I think for Adobe, you're going to be hitting hiccups. Right. So with the M1, DaVinci Resolve and I think in Final Cut are like already optimized. Yeah, the M1 stuff is quieter. I mean, my fan, I knew from the get-go that I will be already listening to a fan sometimes. The M1 processor does run cooler, but until they get it figured out, I don't want it. I bought this to accelerate my workflow, not impede it. So that's what's happening. When do we eat? Yeah, Paul, no kidding. I had Chinese. Yeah, RC Plane Addict, I hope so. And I'll be happy with that. By then, the M1 stuff will be all up to speed. I'm glad it sounds good. It's supposed to be. There's like a tremendous amount of, I mean, I don't hear anything now, but the speakers are supposed to be really good. And the microphone's supposed to be decent. The webcam, it's doing okay. It's 720. You can always hook up your own stuff, and that's what I usually do on the stream. Usually I'm using the Canon XA50. I won't tell you YouTubers something. Hold on. I've done the research when I've bought stuff, guys. I want to do a good job when I'm purchases. This has been great. Canon XA50. It's a great machine. It does more than I need it to. You see all these inputs for sound. I mean, it's just, it can do a lot. It's got, I think, a 2-inch, what do they call that, sensor. It's got some really good stuff going on with it. And I think it was about 24 hundo. Now, I have used the Sony, I think it's called a AX53, but it's a X something 53. Half the price, has an onboard stabilization that is dynamite. So this is a great camera. It streams, so it's got a clean HDMI. We've used it a lot. I use it a lot, and it's got iCup, which I like, because these things are no good out in the sun, you know. But unless you can put something on it. But yeah, iCup is what's up. But that $1,100 camera, if you can get an iCup on it, and you can, is better. It's better. It's easier to use. And the reason why it's better is, this is the only time I'm able to use autofocus on this is if it's on a tripod doing builds or doing intros. If we're flying the plane, it can never regather the focus quick enough. So we must always, before every video, we go out of the intro. The intros are in auto. Then we have to get ready to fly, and we go into manual and have to find our point we use, set depth of field, and then go. This is not a run and gun. You're not going to hand this to just anybody and think you're going to get anything out of it. That Sony 53, you guys are able to, that use it, are able to shoot in auto all the time. And yes, it still will go out of focus sometimes, but it's back before you even know it went out. And so best value, run and gun, it's still some money, but it's half of what that cost. And I wish I had it. I wish I had the other one, because I've used it. It's got that killer stabilization inside. And when this one's done, I'm totally getting an $1,100 camera instead of a $2,400 camera, because it gets the job done. Yeah, I mean, I'm fortunate. Bobby does excellent with my camera, and I use it okay too when I'm filming Bobby. But it is a challenge to. Sometimes you have to. Sometimes you set that depth of field, but it's not right. The only thing I can do auto in here is the auto exposure. So light compensation and stuff like that, I don't have to mess with, and it does really good. But I still have to do a lot in post to make it work. Brian Brissett in the house, what's happening? Philip Bender. Yeah, the camera's amazing, man. It's been great. I stream with it usually. I mean, it's partly why it looks so good too. That thing will shoot 4K. And now I have a machine that can handle the processing, I'm pretty sure too. So we'll see. But I really, that little Sony, guys, is killer. On order through Best Buy. There you go. I bet every one of us guys that has an Amazon store has that thing on the Amazon store too. Guaranteed. What's up, Dad? Chillin'. Good to see you, man. I was just telling everybody earlier you flew that Trojan. Yeah, it gets the job done. How are you doing, Fly High Ireland? Yeah, man, I researched hard, dude, and the XA50 was what's up. A lot of YouTubers are gonna send people towards DSLRs or mirrorless cameras. And the funny thing is, then you have to buy all this stuff to add on to it to make it act like a video camera. I was like, man, let's just get a video camera. That's a video camera from the get-go, so I don't have to buy a bunch of bits and bobs. I mean, the internal camera on here, or the internal mic on here is great, but we're outside all the time. So you got to get the dead cat. And, some of you guys that pay attention have heard of Rode mics. This is the Deity D3, which is like the Rode mic equivalent, and they're about $200. But this thing has low pass, high pass, runs off of phantom power, and has a gain, like a volume deal, and can run off of anything. It doesn't have to. It can run off a cell phone. It can run off of just anything. And I felt like that was the better choice when it came to picking that out. And guys, this mic has been working for me very well. I had to give this a haircut though. So there's a bottom side. There it is. Because editing some videos, you see these hairs hanging down. I give it a haircut. Good camera. But man, you guys don't have to spend that kind of money to have a good one. I don't know, man. I don't know Philip. I don't know where he's at. Ha. Killer Planes in the house. He says he's got a big old Sony digital tape. Finally got rid of the old SD cameras after the 100th comment. Could you hold that cam up? This one? Or the one you had was so heavy. This one is pretty heavy, actually, too. And I've always got my tripod dealio on it. And just like this computer, y'all made this happen, right? The videos look pretty good, if I don't say so myself. Left over from my beard. Yes, nailed it. Bledsoe in the house. He says he's got the same camera and hat. That's how he knows Ryan's a cool dude. Boss, it was great meeting you. Stall Speed in the house. And Golden, what's happening? Big salute. Long time no see. Yeah, man. Try an XLR adapter for your mic to plug in. You can get nice control on that audio stack, but you have good audio usually anyway. Yeah, Mickey, I record 4 tracks of audio. So if I mess up, if anything's messed up, or like the battery, I don't know, whatever. If I'm running low, I forgot to charge the. No, you do have to charge it. I'm sorry, you do have to charge it, and I think it's USB-C. You do have to charge it. I apologize, but yeah, if I forget and it's running low, then I have 2 internal sources as well that I can play with. So, but normally, so when I drag it into the timeline, I've got 4 tracks of audio, and once I know it's good, I throw 3 away because I don't need them. But at least I have it. Skip Built, what's up? Yeah, it's a backup. I tell you, man, me and Captain Mike, we went out to make a lot of video that when I got back to edit it was total garbage. Either the audio was garbage or the video was just, I had a lot of fixing to do. And that was also what put me off on the SLRs. Because he would never just use a video camera. And there are good ones out there. And for what we're doing, I mean, dang. Spencer Keith in the house. Been flying for a couple days. Awesome. Yeah, tomorrow and Monday I'm getting out. Today was kind of rainy. Hung out with the family. They're going to be gone tomorrow. Had a great time. Watched a movie they wanted me to watch forever. And it was good too. The model on the camera is the Canon XA50. It's a good camera, man. But I think for half the money, that Sony 53, figure out an iCup and you're going to be over the moon. Now, Denise always did a good job for you, though, regardless, or whatever she was using. She did a good job. Barry Campbell, nobody should be timing you out. I think it was an accident. Someone said it earlier. If you go to the pilotryanmedia.com, Steve at Killer Planes, and scroll down and click the Amazon icon, you can go to my Amazon store and you'll see the cameras I'm talking about right there. Skip Built called me the other day asking about our buddy Dave Garrett. Anybody know how he's doing? All right. Yeah, the X53 is excellent. I mean, it's like RC YouTuber best kept secret. And I'm telling everybody. You guys are going to do YouTube, man. Do YouTube. We want this whole thing as a whole to get traction. I mean, saying mainstream's crazy, but SEO these things, dress them up, do all the things. And let's go. Jeff digging the 43. Yeah, I'm not dissing on it. I just don't know that. I've had tons of, thank you, Dan Gonzalez. I've had tons of experience so far on the 53 because I used air marshals extensively. Nearly all of the footage that I shared with you guys on video, not social, from the Pilot Ryan all-electric fly-in, it's not that hard to say, is it? It was shot on Dave's camera because he had an iCup. Bobby's got one too, but he doesn't have an iCup, and I can't use it without one. That's a great camera. If I didn't have this one, I would have the 53. And people ask me all the time, like, you know, on social and Messenger and things like that about my camera. I tell them, I answer them, and I tell them also that the 53 is, if I could do it again, the one I would get. Built-in gimbal, that's what's up. Yeah, that lens, that stabilization in those things is wicked. And I drink a lot of coffee. Sometimes I'm jumpy. I would love to have, I love that stabilization. The videos I did in Florida, I loved them. That's because I was using that camera. Bledsoe says, his Draco shipped from Horizon. Hopefully FedEx doesn't break it like the Viper. Oh, no. Yeah, guys, I got a bunch of inflatable wheels I'm going to put on stuff and show you guys. The new Carbon Z 150. I think my Cub and Draco are getting some air tires. And I'm looking forward to doing that. Showing you guys. Yeah, Air Marshal. I've been after him to get an iCup for a year. Yeah, my zoom's cool. It's just the autofocus is not fast enough, even though it's got like this crazy sensor and everything on this thing. The color profile I have to deal with in post-production is really good. Like my camera does capture loads of data, so when I play with shadows so you guys can actually see the planes and stuff like that, you have no idea on the back end, guys. That's my favorite thing about the Canon. But the color profile on that Sony's okay too. Just, I mean, look, guys, we're applauding hat cam videos, so whatever I'm doing is gonna be all right. Anyone put reverse thrust on the AL37? I don't think you can unless you change the ESCs out. But it looks like somebody maybe has. Yeah, Air Marshal made a killer cradle for an iCup. And the iCup goes on the LCD screen rather than the iCup area. The thing is, when you get that 53, if you get the bigger battery, then you can't get your eye to the thing, and there's no rubber on it. It's just straight up. Now tell me, do you really want to love me forever? Yikes, Shadow Ops. Good to see you, man. Oh, yeah, man. I did a video with those Dubro tires on the Husky Special Edition. Fun video. I flew it on 4S, just loved it with those tires. Made it a completely different animal. I think it's awesome that Glass Star has air tires, man. I mean, for a 1.2 meter, high wing plane, it's really cool. And then it comes with a needle too, so you can adjust it. What's up, Michael Sherman? They really take air, dude. Francis says he does a lot of touch and goes to keep his finesse on each plane. Up and away is the easy part, so long as you're far from the ground. Yep, real air. Yeah, they're neat. They're heavy. Air tires are heavier, but these big birds can handle it, Air Marshal, what's up. How's that forward body going? Are you weathering it, or is it going to be like cherry? I don't know what to put that on now. Maybe my Jeep, my Rubicon. I don't know, dude. It's got to be vintage, though. I got that other Red Cat going, though, too, that I was going to do the international truck on. I could go that way. I don't know, man. I just really like the axial platforms, though. Yeah, Toonami. Check out our Draco video if you haven't seen it, man. I had a drone up with it. I think I'm proud of that video. You don't know by looking at it on YouTube that it's a pro video because I had to wreck about a year's worth of thumbnails. Thank you very much. But it's a good video, man. Me and Bobby do some cool stuff, y'all. Nice. Air Marshal, that's what I'm talking about. Man, we've been on for an hour. Yeah, I'm just so pumped, guys. I'm so pumped. You members are holding it down, making this stuff possible. I'm going to there's so much I've been wanting to do, and some of my buddies know it. And some of them are able to get it done. I'm just very looking forward to bringing more over here and just fleshing out some things. I got a lot of tightening up to do, and I'm very looking forward to treating this like. I'm just very looking forward to not having to do stuff in the middle of the night. Quinn Perkins, the XB70 Valkyrie's awesome. I did a video on Brett Becker's XB70. Maybe you guys have seen it. RC Plane Addict, is that space you are in, space you rent for the RC gig or your job? I'm at the BitGo Hobby Warehouse. So, since they moved here about a year ago, Bobby and I have been consulting. Bobby happens to be employed at BitGo, and I'm just hanging out. So, doing some things in the background a little bit, but yeah, we're doing some things together here in the future that's going to be fantastic. Big change, but huge opportunity. All over the place, honestly. You're working on an XB70 now, 6 70mm EDFs. Whoa. Bingo.com, bitgo.com, Scott. Come on, man. It's going to look brand new until I scratch it up. But when I scratch it up, then the rust and stuff comes through. That's what's happening. Or not. RC rolling in the house. George Watts, I totally saw him fly through the tunnel and get emotional. Yeah, Air Marshal, man, it's not a party till everybody starts dropping Paula Abdul lyrics. I-22. I-22. JT 200 driver. It's gonna be me. What's up? Yeah, Wright's got a face only a mother could love. Perfect face for radio. Nice, Air Marshal. I'm pumped. My Bronco should be here next week. The new one from Axial. I'm actually looking forward to it. I am going to do a stock run on it, and then I'm putting slightly smaller shocks, 90 millimeter shocks on it. I think it sits a little too tall, and that body's gonna, the body and all the bits are a little bit heavier than, you know, the regular old Rubicon, and so that will lower the center of gravity a little bit. If you guys are into the crawler stuff, man, you gotta watch Scale Builders Guild and some of these other guys talk about these things. They're super smart. Brian, no, it's not rain. It's the stinking fan on the computer, which it's a known fact that it's a little loud. It may turn off. You've been coaching Bobby while he's smoking the meats. Oh, right. Yeah, right, Matt. 90 millimeter EDFs and shocks. RC Plane Addict says he's looking to take my scratch building from the flight test stuff, which is great, to 3D printing. Anybody have any thoughts on that? Sounds cool, man. If you can dream it, you can be it. Recipe, dang, autocorrect. Your OV10 Bronco camera video turned out good. Is it on your channel already, Greg? RC Roland was there at Neffy with us, man. He was filming some things. You know what? It's so funny. If it wasn't live, I didn't pick up a camera at all. And that's the beauty of these events. We're at these events with a ton of fellas we know from YouTube, whether they're YouTubers or not. And so when I'm at these shows, I just want to be at the shows with the people, and I want to share it. I don't want you guys to miss it. I do a couple lives and then we stream from there, but it's like I do this all year long, all the time, video, right? So when I'm at a show, which isn't, it's going to be increasingly more, but it hasn't been more than twice a year for a while. And so when I do a show, I want to be at the show, you know? Let's see, air tractor. Spencer's got an air tractor on RC Waffles, looks like. Yeah, dude. I got me I'm on a new machine right now, Michael Sherman, but I'm stuck on their webcam, which is only 720. I didn't have the right stuff to work my streaming setup tonight because it's USB-C instead of regular USB stuff on here, so I just couldn't get it done. So I'm on their everything, microphone, webcam on my new, I just fired it up and went through the prompts and downloaded Streamlabs, and this Apple stuff is so cool because all I had to do was a few things and it knows me already. It knows me. I didn't have to log into YouTube or, it was just it's just the best, man. Yeah, I'm not opposed to filming at these things, but man, you're missing the boat if you got people that came out to fly with you and you're so busy making content that you don't hang out with them. So that's why. you know, be nice to hire a camera person sometime to help do that. I would like to share the events better, but when I'm at them, I'm just being there. Everybody got to meet my dad that was there. I mean, man, we had a lot of guys there. Tony Spears, Michael Wrights, RC Air Marshal, Scott Settle, Seamoff, Race 22 crew, who's not in the room right now, but Warren, he was there. Guys like Tim Gatlin and his buddy Dave, who I did a video with Tim the a couple years back at Neffy where we were flying red tails together, and then Dave had a big 1700 millimeter FMS red tail, and those guys just owned the landings. Hey guys, RC Roland, you guys got to check out the video he got from the OV10 at Neffy. Craig Greening was flying that the whole weekend, and I don't care how hot it was. I really got up to go watch it every time. Vito, anybody seen Vito? I haven't seen him in these chats. Philip says he's building a no prep drag slash. Yeah, drag racing is taking off. You know, I think, isn't it next weekend there's a get together at the Eli Field, the Horizon guys? Lawrence Williams, thank you very much for that comment. That was very nice of you. I appreciate the videos, time spent making it happen. I'm glad you do. I want to I want to keep doing better for you. I want to give you guys what you want, right? I mean, look, everybody who has a YouTube channel wants to have a YouTube channel. And yes, it is about who watches. But it's also like, don't get it twisted. These guys want to do YouTube. But, you know, when you're paying attention to what when you throw something out there, what you get back should tell you how to proceed. You know, your comment sections are going to tell you everything. And after all the years I've been doing this, I hope I always remember what it is folks want to know. And at least shed some light on it. And again, you know, I think it's wonderful to share what you're doing and what works for you, but I also think it's smart to not act like there's one way to do it. Because there's a lot of people that get along flying these planes and landing these planes in a multitude of different ways. So I don't think there's a wrong answer if you're bringing the thing home in one piece. But I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Dennis, what are you talking about? What'd I miss? You talking about 3D stuff in the middle of the runway? Oh, geez, Air Marshal. Yeah, you did, Scott. You did see some social from Horizon on the drag stuff for sure. Those Losi drag cars are amazing. I think once we get it figured out to set up our drag situation, we got to put that Losi up against the Traxxas just to see. Got to. I mean, how can you not? I thought the Horizon event was coming up. Or is it this weekend? I mean, that could be it too. I mean, there's a lot they're doing. September 11th and 12th, Eli Field. Right, so next weekend. I was right. Thank you, Raitsa. Thanks, Pops. Yeah, man, it's easy too. And if we don't do what the book says, we say what we do. And it's basically easy to default to. You know, especially how easy it is to set up dual and triple rates. Yeah, Boss 223 was there as well. Bobby, I think about took him out one time. He just got tired of it and was just ripping like he wasn't there. Yeah, every year. Every year. And the funny thing is, it's like, look, most of us are flying kind of scale-ish, right? Well, even jets or warbirds, even sport planes, or just kind of classic, like cruise around. Like, I think we really appreciate like the takeoff and landings of that. But like the 3D stuff, you could do it anywhere. You don't need the runway. And if you do want the runway, once you get up, you could do it over the grass. I mean, it's obvious how all of us are flying. We're running passes. We're doing air show stuff. We're knife edging. We're ripping it down the runway. We don't, to have to be up and away and out of the way for that. I wouldn't fly. I would wait. I met him. I talked to him. I would wait though till those dudes weren't up before I flew, because I got 3 minutes. If it's a jet, I got 3 minutes. I want to rip its face. Not fly so high. I'm safe. You know what I mean? Out of the way. Could I open 5 or 10 boxes behind you? Nope. Thanks for asking. You can. Links in the Discro, dude. They'll ship right to your house. All right, RC Plane Addict. We'll see you later, dude. Thanks for coming by, man. Good luck to you. Keep us posted on the XB70 project. If you do Facebook, man, hop in the RC Pilots Lounge Facebook group. I'll let you guys in. You just got to answer a couple of very simple questions. Even if you get it wrong, it's okay. As long as you're about RC, you come to the right place. Share your process with us, man. RC Plane Addict, ladies and gentlemen. Scotty Story, man, thanks for coming by. Thanks for being a member. See you next time. All you guys. Let's see. Joe Pellegrino, Scott Settle, Barry Campbell, George Watts, Pops, Scotty Story. All you guys who are doing that membership thing, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to do a better job at delivering on that stuff too. Dude, Lionel Randall, it did come in, and I'm super pumped about it. It's you guys want to see the pieces? It's not put together. It's big though. I mean, I'm just on the webcam, but I can show you. Yeah, terminal, and you ain't lying. Dude, Ann gave me like this solar, like phone charger, like camping light. And the day she gave it to me, I used it all night. That's how, when we were streaming last weekend, you were actually able to see the people. Yeah, that's no lie, Tony. Okay. Yeah, thank you, Scotty. John Graham, anybody I've missed, Ann Golden, all you members, special extra thank you to you, and all the members that aren't here. Thank you. I was saying earlier in the show, I mean, it's that stuff that puts this in the realm of possibility. Sometimes you get what you ask for, and it's scary. Vince's Home Reviews in the house. What's up, man? Scott Settle's lucky he still got all his jewels after Reitza and his lack of throttle cut action on that Troge Manoj. Love RC in the house. What up? So, you guys have certainly seen this online lately, unless you're just not alive. Um, and you guys, man, you know I don't do a lot of Hobby King planes, but sometimes they do one. I can't help it. I had to do the MiG 17, and I think this King Twin looks really cool. Metal trunnion retracts. You know, it's not suspension, I don't think. Nope. But it looks good. And if somebody wanted it bad enough, they could put it on here. But, you know, this is a big, 1,700 millimeter wingspan, but it's going to fly nice and light. Hey, Jeff, is this 4S? Or what? Battery tray's large. Getting in there is no problem. Oh yeah, those guys get all the Hobby King stuff. Yeah, Hobby King works with a bunch of guys, and Jeff's one of them, and the Petrenchik brothers is another. John VHRC, Jeebs. Look, I'm not even worried about that stuff. Just every now and then there's a plane I want to do, and so I'm okay. I'm busy enough, honestly, but I had to do it. So you can get to the elevator and rudder servos right in there. And I can't wait to fly it, man. It just looks neat. Wait till I show you the wing. It's got some really neat stuff going on. But I like it. And it's neat. And it's a twin. And it looks actually pretty sporty, even though... Did it sell out, Brissett? I'm not surprised, dude. Especially when there's not been stuff for a while. And I thought the MiG-17, even though it had some... I keep looking at the light like it's a camera. It's blinding me. Even though mine had some issues out of the box, it wasn't a deal breaker. I fixed it. And I still have that MiG-17. It's for sale, though. I'm getting rid of a lot of stuff. I need to replenish the channel. This is a big deal on the laptop, but it looks good, man. Even the stickers on the windows look so good. They look like real windows. So you have real windows in the front and then not in the back. Jeff, I hope you're doing great on that. I hope you're getting to see commissions come through for you and everything. Let's see the wing though. This thing, I want to fly it tomorrow. I'm actually glad this one's not a T-tail. It looks cool, the T-tail, but usually the linkages seem a little bit fiddly. They just got a long way to go. I've seen T-tails not done very good where it seems like the whole thing just racks the rudder. It looks good, yeah, it does. I had to have it. And Jeff posted on it, and I was like, I'm in. I'm doing it. I'm in. I was so glad I clicked the link for him. And yeah, like I said earlier, when I finally do my workups, Jeff's getting the traffic. I'm putting Jeff's link in my distro. I'm not worried about it. You gotta support those who support you. The wing impressed me like a ton. Getting it out of the box. Yeah, I'm not building it right, so. The motors are substantial, and you can tell just by the weight of them out here. They're huge. Look at that monster filling it up. Fred Barron, thank you, dude. Thank you a lot. So, Metal trunnion retracts. It doesn't have suspension. Guys, if you haven't seen the videos on this yet, check them out. Jeff's Custom RC did videos on this thing. I'm so pumped for guys that get to get into this game a little bit. I mean, everybody's putting in the time. I'm not the only one putting in the time. Everybody who's doing it's putting in the time. I've been doing it for a long time, but everybody's putting in the time. I gotta say, full disclosure, and guys, thank you, because you guys are how I bought it. I mean, of course. But so I think it's really great when planes break away outboard, right? So let me get this off. These break away outboard too, which is awesome. So you've got this, thanks Spencer. You've got this wing and the, the harness there, the multi-port connector situation. You see the plastic stuff with the tab, and that clicks into here, right? And so you can transfer this thing on its wheels, which is cool, and just slide these in later, and that multi-port harness is going to handle your lights and your aileron. Well, the one thing I noticed when I tell you what, it's hilarious. What we do on this show matters, you guys. I'm getting texts about things that are not to be discussed. But anyhow, what a great place to be. You guys put me here, and thank you. So when we took it out of the box and clicked this in, you heard that click. It didn't click for us. And I was like, what the hell? So Bobby managed to do it the other day, but we had to just shave the piece on the wing here to allow it to fit in there and click in. Otherwise, it went in, but it wasn't going to stay. So we just had to shave a little bit of this tab right there so it would fit in this square oh my gosh, receiver. You can kind of see it there. So now we got it fixed. And if I can do it, carbon fiber. Ready? Listen. Click it. Yeah. So we had to do that to both sides. So obviously we don't want anybody's planes falling apart in the air. Michael Bear, yeah, you know what? I like to work with people who work with me, but like every now and then there's just something I want. Look, people who are close to me know I'm not a fan of some places anymore, but if there's something that they make that I want, my love for aviation is bigger than any other grudge I might carry. So, there's that. We had to do it to this one too. But make sure it clicks. That one needs a little more shaving. See what I mean? It needs a little tiny bit more shaving. Did he do the same thing, Jeff? I'm not surprised. And those guys are great to show you what they're doing, because everybody is rooting for the modeler. There you go. If you really push it, you can get it in. But you need that click. And at first when I discovered that, I was like, oh man, I don't want to glue the wings on, because that's what's cool about it, is you can take them off. But yeah, check out Jeff's video. Check out the Petrenchik brothers. These flaps look pretty cool. It's got retracts, that's all right. Suspension would be sweet. A guy can make that happen if they want to, but I won't mess with that. And if I do anything, I'll put softer tires on it. But because it's got a circlip, I'm liable to not mess with it. It does not have reverse thrust. You would have to put Spectrum equipment in it to be able to make that happen, I'm fairly certain. Now I'm going to check my phone because there's a secret in it. But it looks cool, man. I just had to try it. And I'm glad to support Jeff on this one. I think that's fun. And yeah. The ice boots even work, man. I'm just kidding. It's got lights. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. Okay. You guys have to watch my night rating video. The first couple minutes at least. Seriously. I think if you know me at all, you're going to get a laugh out of it. You don't have to do it right now. But if you go watch the night rating video, myself, Adam Selikowski, and Bobby fly the plane, and in the first couple minutes, we have a good time. I have a good time with the edit. If you laugh, you have to comment. You have to comment. I'm like making sure there's no get the hell out of here. I knew it. Jeez. You're right, dude. I'm making sure there's no like reflection in my glasses. Holy smokes. Industry! Da-da-da-da! Oh, so pumped. You guys like the loops around the moon? I gave my Radiant away to a kid. I'm going to have to buy another one because I think we owe it to you guys and Horizon to show it off some more. The foam is denser now. They've improved upon it. It's a tougher airplane. And, I mean, Bobby was flying it, as is always the case, right? We've all done loops on it and stuff, so you like it? That was fun. I had a great time with that little clip in there. Yeah, that's true, Brissette. There is a reverse on the Tundra, so I don't know. I don't know if there was a reason to implement it on this King Twin, but it was a different kind of trip to light. Fantastic. Yeah, loops around the moon. That was a cool call out. I was like, Bobby, dude, you got to do it. You got to do it for me. I'm glad you guys liked it. You know, I was thinking, I almost put boots and pants in there. I was thinking of my buddy Dennis Farley and how much he likes disco and dubstep together. So I thought it would be a good idea I'm just going to tell you. I thought it'd be a good idea to get everybody settled into my favorite crawler music, just like grooving, and then just go like dubstep, kind of crazy on the light deal. Jeff's Custom, thank you, man. Thank you for that super chat, dude. Living the dream. Y'all have no idea. Woo! I gotta be careful. I'm not gonna go. I can't talk about it. Dennis Farley, dude, come on. You're wearing bell bottoms right now. Who you trying to kid? Dennis Farley, we're due for our meeting coming up soon, aren't we? Senior advisor, Dennis Farley in the house. Jim Jumbuka, what's up? Disco Dennis, boots and pants. Dude, I'm going to play it right now. Hold on. Ha! Awesome, awesome. Sweet. Yeah, man, lots more fun to come, y'all, on the channel. Woo! It has been a while, my friend. Let's see. So let me find this. You know what? You know you're doing well when you've got to block people from your channel. You know, when you're doing well when you're getting like complete under the bridge downtown kind of comments. That's in reference to a troll. Let's see. Maybe it's Maybelline. If you haven't seen it, I'm just going to do it right now. We can't tell you David Wilson, unfortunately. I would lose my inside. Yeah, JT 200 driver, you know it's true. Okay. So super windy. All right, bear with me. Got to get a low one over the runway. You guys got to try this. We should have everybody try it and just change the lights. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, it's easy to do. Everybody try it and just change the lights. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, it's easy to do. This lights so Oh. What's so stupid? I love that. That took me like an hour to do. I got to do it again. Got to get a low one over the runway. You guys got to try this. We should have everybody try it and just change the lights. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, it's easy to do. Everybody try it and just change the lights. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, it's easy to do. Big lights so I had the most fun with that. It started off as just, I mean, it's just a music track, but then I put all the sound effects on it and stuff. And then doubled up me and Bobby, threw some crazy reverb and like vocal effect on it, and then this like hammer and anvil and some business. Best part. The end is good too. We had a great time. I mean, it was. I think it's a really good video. It was super dark and it's a night radiant, so we'll get one out again, and it won't be so dark, and we'll just go rip in its face because it can take it. The remix, popping fresh from the kitchen. Horizon rolling that body. Got every man in here wishing the stuff was in stock and the pre-orders lost. Yeah, man. Michael Nolan, yeah, I am on a video of the King Twin because I think you guys would like to see it, and my MiG stuff did good. It's a whole nother audience in a way, the Hobby King crowd. So it'd be cool for them to be exposed to me, and it's a good opportunity to just fly a plane for no there's no links. The link's going to be for Jeff, so I'm still drive traffic to the link in the Discro, but it's in for me, and it's fun. I'm glad. I'm just pumped about that because I'm not looking to have a relationship with Hobby King. When they have something I want, I'll buy it. Same way with other vendors. So yeah, Michael Nolan, and thank you. There's a lot of guys I thanked earlier, members of the channel. Special thank you, Michael Nolan, Joe Pellegrino, anybody I've missed, and man, you guys are putting me in a position to really reach out for it. Oh, I really have to hold it at an angle because folks will try to see it in my glasses. What a life. Johnson 74 Squadron, the brand new Carbon Z Cessna 150 is already in stock. Sick. I need to get one. Eddie K, thank you as well. Being a member of the channel, man. Some of you guys I talk to sometimes. It's always a good time. Eddie K's a great guy. I need to get a Carbon Z Cessna 150 for myself. Bobby already bound up ours. He's taking it. It's all right. I owed him one. If you guys haven't seen that video, check it out because you can see where the parachute came out of the EC1500 and got tangled up in Bobby, and he lost his first tricycle gear 150. So it was only fitting when this was coming. I was like, dude, it's totally yours, you know. But I'm gonna make him let me use it though to put some air wheels on it, unless I get one. Brian Brissett, peace out. Good to see you, man. Good to see you guys. We're still going strong, man. An hour and a half in. People want Scrappy. It seems like if I remember right, they've said, reminds me of Hoonigan's Rate My Chop, Drop That Beat. Steve out of here too. Killer Plains, you out of here, dog. All right, man. Thanks for coming by. Good to see you. Killer Plains, ladies and gentlemen. Speed dial, you guys. Come on now. Come on. Yeah, Francis, it's a fun one. You know, I'm probably gonna get I had my Carbon Z Cub out the other day too. And man, that thing flies nice as well. I wish it had lights. So I'm thinking about getting the lights for the Cessna 150T and putting them on my Carbon Z Cub. Those things fly. Those are fun. What RC insurance do you use? It's a 401 Prey program. Nah, it's the AMA. I'm a member of the AMA, Academy of Model Aeronautics. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So what else is up, dudes? Roach says that the gas is cheap where he's at, $2.98. Yeah, man. Francis, you know what to do when you're ready to pop on that thing. You know what's up. I know, that stinks, boss. Charlie Watts. You know, those guys, you think they're never going to go. You know? And Keith Richards has been gone and back 3 or 4 times, hasn't he? Man, good old Charlie Watts. You know, Charlie Watts never hits the hi-hat on the 2s and 4s. When his snare's dropping and popping, he was never on the hi-hat. That's fairly unique to him. Michael Bear, yeah, for now, yeah. For now, yeah, with the in-laws, for sure. Still doing my regular. But the exit strategy is, it's going to be by Christmas or before. It's done. And I'll be here hoping you all keep on supporting. And hopefully we can grow this thing and get some more supporters, because I'm going to need it. Dana's RC, thank you so much, man. Wow. Thank you. I don't care what they say about you. You're all right. Yeah, it is nice, man. You guys are too much. I appreciate it. I do. It's y'all's fault. It's y'all's fault, man. You've supported me so hard, I think I can actually do this. Don't make me look like a fool in front of my wife, you guys. Let's keep it up. I'm just pumped, guys. I would just want to give you more and more and more I really do. Just having a blast, and I couldn't be doing it with a better fella, dude. I mean, it's really cool what Mike and I started, but I really feel like I got somebody in it with me, with him. And guys, I know you're all probably, you got to be subbed to him too. If you're not, make it happen. Check out our buddy Big Go Hobbies channel. But yeah, dudes, thanks for all the support, man. Yeah, Jeff in Lower Alabama, he unboxed some bang. Johnson 74 Squadron made it himself an Instagram. Cool. Follow me at Pilot Ryan Media, dog. I'll hit you back. Let me, you know what? Watch. I'll be your first follower. Hold on. I was Dave Air Marshal's first follower. Some of these guys had Instagrams and it didn't match their channel name. I was like, dude, brand yourself a little bit. Name your Instagram after your channel. Let's go. Thank you, Jeff's Custom. So I'm on a search bar. What is it? Hopefully he used his like kind of handle. Johnson 74th Squadron. Let's just see if he did it. What's up, Tim Smith? It is true, Air Marshal. I didn't see it. I don't see him. But yeah, man, if you follow the Pilot Ryan, then I'll know how to find you, Johnsons. And if your name's different, let me know, because then maybe I already got you. Guys, if you didn't know this, let me tell you, when there's a cute girl profile that follows you or wants to friend you on Facebook, I don't want to hurt your feelings, but they really don't want to follow you. They just want you to follow them back. That's it. Yeah, Pellegrino, you missed it, dude. Pellegrino says, Dana, do it again. He missed it. Tim Smith in the house. Yeah, man. Man, good job. Johnson, you're following me already. What's the name of your Insta? Surf Ninja? What is going on? You're Kevin from Atlantic Coast in Canada. It's fake. Yeah, especially on Facebook when they have no friends. You know what's funny is you can see friends that have accepted it, but it's like, come on, man. They're just trying to get you off platform to do something gross. Samuel Johnson. Okay. Exactly, George. Samuel Johnson, 5827. All right, dude. I hope you post. Let's see. Let me get in there again. Did you just follow me recently? There we go. Hey, you're a young guy, huh? Right on, dog. I got you. You already got followers, so I'm not the first. I'm the 36th. There you go. Thanks, man. Yeah, I don't think that's our maiden flight, is it, Roach? On the F-16s, the motion video we did? I don't think that was our maiden. Yes, that's right. And I mean, man, Instagram's owned by Facebook, so it's not surprising you see similar type things happening. Yeah, welcome to the Hangar Rats, Surf Ninja. I used to love surfing. I did it on a skateboard because I was stuck in Indiana, but when I was in Florida, I'd always try it. It had to almost be storming for it to happen. You're new to the RC hobby just this year. I'm getting more into planes lately. Awesome, dude. Got a lot of content here on the channel to check out, from beginner stuff to advanced things, even some surface stuff. And there's a lot of great channels here in the chat too. Once you get into wanting to program some radios and move along a little bit, oh, his Maiden, of that one. I see. Oh, you're not talking about the video we did at Motion. I got you. That's your maiden flight on F-16. I got you. Eric Quinn, I would probably not hold my breath. There's a lot going on. I do not think he might, but I doubt he does. I think he's waiting to see things kind of flesh out a little bit. There's a lot going on, man. And Surf Ninja got a Aero Scout Mini RTF. So I think he's kind of waiting a little bit. Yeah, I just don't know what video you were talking about. That's all. Because it said Captain Mike Maiden. What am I supposed to think? It sounds like a Captain Mike F-16 Maiden video. And I remembered that we had already flown it when we made the Motion video, so I knew it wasn't a Maiden. So I was like, what? It's your Maiden. I see. Yeah, man. Mini Aero Scout. That can take some abuse. And if you get it, don't get discouraged if there's so many good things out there to fly. The Aero Scout can definitely take some abuse. But in a funny way, the smaller they are, sometimes it makes them a handful. I think that the bigger Aero Scout, I know it costs a little more, but it probably does fly better. Jersey Shore. Nice. How is Dave doing? Neil Schaefer. Greetings from Oz. Thanks, man. Thanks a lot. Yeah, now it's me and Bobby K. Mikey's been gone for a while. It's we saw Mike at NAFI actually. I think he was doing drone stuff. Yeah, you come to the right place, man. We do this stream every Saturday. I've done it for like 3 years or so. It's crazy, but put content out all week. So, you know, if you don't want to miss it, if you like what you're seeing here, if you dig the vibe, do all that YouTube stuff. Give it a like, subscribe, turn on those notifications to all so you don't miss it. And you can go to pilotryanmedia.com, and I've got all my socials right there. So it's easy to get at my Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, email, everything. Yeah, I'm available. So if I don't know the answer, we can get you steered in the right direction. Yeah, he came over a couple of times. Neffy was good, man. It was hot, but I can't go to an event unless it's hotter than Hades. You know what I mean? But I tell you, Hanger Rats were there in force, dude. You're getting an EDF already next, Surf Ninja? Which one? I hope the Habu is what you're talking about. If you're going, they are fun. But if you're going to go EDF, if the only thing you've flown is the Mini, I'm not trying to be mean at all. Everybody would probably agree with me. We want you to be successful. If the only thing you've flown is the Mini Aero Scout, and you want to jump to EDFs and you know it, I would say cool your jets a little bit. But if you just have to, the Habu ready to fly situation from Horizon is going to be your best bet. It comes with Habu good. Check out my videos on it. If you're going to buy it, man, you'll help the channel out if you click the link in the Discro too, because I earn commissions on those purchases, which is awesome. And we did a lot of videos on that Habu, so hopefully you get some value from it. I had a guy who had never flown before fly it. Now, he had some coaching, but, you know, I proved it because all the naysayers said, nah, that's not a good first RC plane. Well, if you want to fly jets, it is. But you do still have to be aware of what you're getting into a little bit. So check out the Habu videos. It can be done. The cool thing about that Ready to Fly package is it comes with that real flight. Definitely use that simulator to get used to it. And honestly, I'm not just trying to peddle my videos, but I think there's some good stuff in that video where I had beginner Joe learning how to fly it, that he had never flown anything before. So I hope that provides some value to you. And if you can get to a field where there's other people, a veteran pilot, especially like a foamy pilot, I feel like the foamy pilots know this stuff that we're flying a lot better than. I mean, if you show up with a plane and you want somebody to help you shake it down and trim it out, if they're a balsa guy, they may not be able to help you the same as somebody who's there rocking the foamies. It's just different. And a lot of those guys do not know any of the technology. So a lot of us that are flying foam know how AS3X and SAFE works and can be very helpful. But I think for now, if you're stuck on your own, check out my Habu videos. They're on my playlist. Just the playlist is a mess. I mean, it's just everything I've been doing. So you have to go back to when that plane was new, or just search on Google or YouTube search bar the Habu Ready to Fly. And if I'm not at the top of the search results, I'm down in there somewhere. Jeff Adams, man, appreciate that. Those T7s are probably gone. When the first batch comes, that's probably it. Figuring that out too. Ha! Neil Schaefer says, gotta say, Ryan, believe it or not, when you crashed the Corsair, you actually inspired me. The way you got over it and punched through with a great repair gave me hope in mastering mine. Awesome. That's great. You know, I make mistakes, and I think we all benefit from seeing them shared. I had fun with that crash once it happened. I mean, I was heartbroken. You can see it. But I made it happen. I fixed it and flew it, and I still have it. And it's got to find a home because I'm clearing out space. Ken Krause, what I mean by that statement about balsa is nothing about how they fly. It's just, as far as my field goes, the guys that fly balsa, if somebody shows up to the field with a foamy and they want help setting up the radio, it's never the balsa guy that can help them. It's never the balsa guy that, in our case, at our field, it's not going to be the balsa guy that knows how to set up AS3X and SAFE or rates. I mean, these guys have been flying, some of them forever. And, I mean, there's one guy who used to be president of the club, and he was flying a Mustang he'd built. He's had it forever, and it's just like every flight's like the first time. And I asked him if he had done anything with his throws or expo, and he couldn't believe it that I asked him that, because nobody else ever had. And we got him dialed in with expo and smoothed it out for him. And these guys are not the dudes to go to on the foamy market. They just don't know it. Nothing against them at all. Balsa does fly differently, but that's not what I was getting at. I was getting at, as far as the tech and helping a new guy who more than likely is flying foamies. The balsa guys may not be able to help you a lot. If I'm wrong, that's great, but I'm not. Cool, Surf Ninja. Yeah, and hopefully the regular video content will help you as well. Yeah, prop planes is why I started, but I love the jets too. George Watts, now you're a different kind of guy. You fly everything. You know the foamies too. And some guys do. my experience though with these guys at my field, that they're never the ones that help these new guys that bring foamies to the field. It's always us guys who are flying them foamies. Dennis, you said you started this spring on the 1.2 Aero Scout and then went to the Aeros Viper 50. Nice. Now you have E-Flite Viper 70, FMS Avanti 70 to maiden. I can now program your receivers thanks to Air Marshal. Very good. I can believe it. I can believe it. He's a resource for sure. You thought you were wrong once, but you were mistaken. Astral says he's a foamy guy, just got balsa. Yeah, they take a little more. I feel like in my limited experience with balsa, nothing against them, but I feel like they take a little bit more to get dialed in. But once they're dialed in, they're on it. Love, I get it, man. Jets are a great thrill, but I like the prop planes for a more relaxing flight, for sure. You know, that's what's great. It's like fashion. I mean, maybe that's the stupidest analogy, but, you know, depending on the weather, you're going to change your clothes. Depending on what mood you're in, you've got different planes to choose from. And I'm that way with surface. I mean, there's sometimes that I just want to rip the shreds out of something, and then there are other times that I just want to go chill rock crawling. And I have so much fun flying the planes that at this point with surface, I really am enjoying the crawling a lot. And mostly, I never have to fix them. You know, with the bashers, stuff breaks, man. When you're doing what I was doing with them, you got to fix them. But gross, man. I'm at the BitGo Hobby Warehouse, hanging out. E-Flite 1.2 T28 was your second plane following training on your first plane, the Timber. Yeah, good. Good for you. Those are great. Those are good ones. There's so many good starts. But if somebody's going EDF, and they're going EDF quickly, boo. Ha. Yeah, Don. Yeah, the Typhon's nice. The which one, man? The 3S one or the 6S? The 3S one is a really good value, actually. It's a good size truck, and it's super affordable in the 3S version. Oh man, that's behind me. That's a Dynam Corsair and the Typhon. The Dynam, what is it? Typhon? Is that what it is? Yeah, there's, yep, 1/8, and a lot of rigs are 1/10. So you're getting a good sized truggy. And both of the Typhons are 1/8, but one's 6S and one's 3S. Both are. I have them both. They're good. They're good. They're actually not a bad first basher. I mean, the one thing about them being open wheel kind of makes it a little bit easy to break them. But why I think it's a decent. Surf Ninja, if you want to send pics, I mean, it's not on the RC Pilots Lounge Facebook group. You could send pics there. If you find me on Instagram, and again, pilotronmedia.com, all my socials are there. But yeah, the Typhons fly really good, and the wheels aren't so big that when you get in the gas or get off the gas that it affects the way it flies too much. Because look if you're bashing, you're jumping them, you're flying them. I don't care. You're probably jumping them. I am. Philip. Exactly. You know, I ripped up the yard bashing and jumping at the house, so I can actually rock crawl without making a mess of the place. Okay. Yeah, you got the Mega. Nice. Nice. Those are truly ready to run because they come with the Hump Pack nickel metal battery. That's a super good value. The Arma stuff's really nice. And once you get to know the Arma stuff, what's kind of cool is a lot of the parts are interchangeable. They have two sizes of chassis. And then, A-arms work for other things if you'll make the adjustments. Yep, Habu is fixed gear and no flaps. It keeps it simple when you're learning. Yeah, man, I flew that Hangar 9 Ultra Stick at Muncie. My flying skills are so good. A member at my club let me take his Hangar 9 Ultra Stick, first non-foamy Johnson ever had flown. Yeah, they're neat. Love says he trained on an F-16 and fixed the retracts like 10 times. Yeah, Philip, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. Your Arma Granite is a natural at flying. Jeff Adams, you got the brushless one or the Mega? You guys have no, if you haven't driven brushless, you have no idea what you're missing. I have so many bashers, dude, still. I've got some basher videos if you guys check out the RC Trucks playlist. There's some where I really send that 6S Creighton. I got you, Philip. I actually did a video. I didn't even know they were sending it, but Horizon sent me the Arma Granite brushed, and I did a video on it. They're Dynon planes, Grossman. So I think those are 1.2, so 48-inch wingspans, and they're 4S powered. And if you go to the Big Go Hobby YouTube channel, you should subscribe to my buddy Bobby K's channel. He's so close to 1,000 he can taste it. And he's got videos of those planes, I'm pretty sure. The Corsair and the Typhoon. Nice. RC Air Marshal's got a Night Radiant video coming with the light controller deal. I don't think so, Air Marshal. If he did, I'm sure he wants more, he'll take more than that. I'll check. Let's go. BitGo Hobby. Oh, the A10 Thunderbolt. Yeah, there's lots of videos of that. There's no doubt. Let's see. The A10's a good one. I still think you need to cut your teeth with some other stuff though. I mean, but some people, look at some folks don't mind crashing. They're not hard. They're not hard planes to fly, but they're probably just not the best choice for learning on. And it's no diss. I think everybody in the chat who agrees with my sentiments on we want you to be successful when you're new, And even though you're right, let's just say, for example, that the E-flite Viper 90 is a bad mamma jamma. You would be completely right that it's a bad mamma jamma. But if the only thing you've flown is just a couple beginner planes, it's probably not the best choice. So if you guys agree with that logic, throw a bunch of emojis in the chat and let Surf Ninja see that it ain't just me who thinks. We just want you to be successful. That's it. It's no ego at all. We just know these planes, and there are better choices for learning on than others. And it doesn't make them the one you mentioned a bad plane. It just, some things get away from you faster and are going to be more to repair when that unfortunate incident occurs. So getting planes that don't have retracts and stuff at the beginning are really kind of good ideas. There's a lot of good choices. Wow, look at that emoji train. Holy moly. Look at that. Yeah, man. Yeah, we don't want you to crash. Get some more under your belt first. Wreckham Roy says he's been successful in RC thanks to me, in part. Thank you, Roy. Paul, what's up? JT, yep. Got to crawl before you walk, before you run. Yep. CMOF. That's right. And now that's an A10 that, I don't know availability times, but that twin 50 millimeter A10 that will be arriving at BitGo in the future is going to be a nice 4S option. And it doesn't have retracts or flaps, but it looks fantastic. It's going to be that if somebody just had to have A10 before they were really up to speed on flying, that's going to be a good one. It's just not available at the moment. Yeah, I bet it is. I bet it is. We just need somewhere to drive traffic, though. Yeah, those Pandoras were a good choice for a long time. Do they even have them still? I mean, at this point, I'm the Horizon stuff, man, with the technology. Goodness sakes. I put that Radian in the hand of two kids that hadn't flown before, and with that safe, I did not have to worry about it. It was great. Race 22 crew in the house, man. Good to see you. I was talking about you earlier, man. He was at Neffy, flying his face off, doing a great job. CMOF, what's up, dog? First plane I bought many years ago was a $300 EDF. The best 20 seconds of your life. It didn't make 20. Come on, man. You know, you probably didn't make 3 seconds. I mean, 20 seconds, okay. 18 seconds of it was taxiing. In 2 seconds was it not working out. Yeah, the Pandora's cool. I don't know if they sell them anymore, but I prefer the Horizon products for learning on. BitGo has some really good choices too. So the Glass Star is a great little trainer plane, especially if you want to go, if you already know you want to do different radios and stuff. But you can put Spectrum stuff in any of that X-Fly stuff as well. Yeah. All right, dudes. Look, it's been 2 hours. I am gonna just hit the head real fast, and then we'll come back and wrap it up. I think. Yeah, that's true. There's so much good stuff about learning how to fly that can be shared here. And most of these guys in the chat have great advice, and we really most of us are in a agreement about how to proceed to ensure success, and I really think that's what I'm about. It's good for the hobby when folks are successful. It's good for you as an individual. It's good for the hobby too. Right. Right. Yeah, watch videos. Find guys you trust. I think we do a pretty good job of laying it out, how we get to our success in the channel. Go with companies that make a solid product, and then they've got a solid book as well that you can trust. The settings is a good point of reference. All right, I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. Reversed ailerons. It was the electronics, man. What are you talking about? Ha. Digging the machine, man. Digging the machine. Okay. Joe Pellegrino, it's a good idea. He says he checks throws every flight. Every good pilot ought to do a pre-flight. Check it before you wreck it. I'm guilty of it, man. It happens. 1 second wonder, yeah. Airvex in the house. What's up, man? Yeah, Grossman. Expo is really nice. It can be, especially if the guy doesn't limit his travel at all. If they're older, if they're a little bit shaky, Expo's going to be a good thing for them. You don't want to overdo it. Always double check. Yeah. Yeah, Michael Bear, that's it. IX20 is awesome if you have the coin, for sure. Yeah, the flight simulator, Real Flight is definitely going to save you some money. You're going to learn a ton of muscle memory, and those are worth their cost, no doubt. Expose the new dual rates. Dr. Expo. Yeah. Michael Nolan says if you want to see a really good channel with a full-size glass star, check out Amy White. She has a yellow one called Woodstock. And then check out BitGo Hobbies video of the glass star. I filmed Bobby's shakedown. That was the first flight. I couldn't let it go, so I grabbed the camera and filmed. So the video on Bobby's channel, I filmed it. Bobby's flying it. We had a great time with that. And then Bobby and I happened to be at a different location when I got to fly one the other day. So we both have videos on that one. I still remember figuring that out on my radio, Ryan. I thought it was the best thing since sliced bread. Yeah. There's glitter on my shirt. Oh, range checking, says Joe. Brian Brissett, I don't know the answer to that. I think if you go through the protocol to get serviced at Horizon, you're going to sign off on the potential for charge for bench time, but they'll fix them. Whether or not it's free, I think a little bit depends on how old the radio is. Obviously, if it's within warranty, they should. If it's older than that you might get charged some bench time, but it's worth it. I know I sent some things in before and ended up getting a new radio. Scott recorded it at Neffy as well. Cool. I don't know if the video's out, but yeah, they're very good, and they're the guys to fix it. First time I had any experience with dual rates in Expo was when I was writing magazine articles, and the book called out for it, so I did it. Yeah. Grossman, Neffy's, you know what? Some of these shows, when we're a bunch of YouTubers a lot of time there are some videos from Neffy. And check out RC Roland. And I think some of these other guys maybe have some. I did some lives from there. But, I do video all the time. So when I'm at these events with people in real life, I tend to just enjoy being there with them. And I've done it before where I've filmed a lot at these events. And what happens is it's pattern flying. It's an event. There's a lot of guys up. The videos aren't as good as being there. And so unless it's very, I've filmed some planes at events before. But it's like Ali Machinzi flying some monster Skymaster Su-30 or Rob Lynch flying the new thing from BVM. I tend to, or the XB-70 Valkyrie or that B-1 Bone that was somebody scratch built at Jet Jam, you know. So Race 22 crew says he's working on a video from Neffy as we speak. So there's some guys that have. I didn't. I wasn't going to work when I was there. It was hot, and I was just fun. It was just fun to be there. I did, like I said, I did some social media, and I streamed from there. But some of these other guys, but I don't want to go to an event and do reviews. It's because it's actually, there's a bit of a format, and it's kind of work, and it seems pretentious. You, like, go to an event and do a bunch of reviews. Like, why don't you hang out with the people who are there? You know what I mean? E-Flight Horizon coverage from Neffy? I didn't see any of their people there doing much. Yeah, you didn't take your camera out of the car. I didn't either. Couple flights, several photos. Cool. Michael Bear says he left his DX6 out in the rain for a week, sent it in, they fixed it and charged shipping. That was it. Awesome. Johnson, that's pretty bold. He says you can get a 1.5 meter Warbird as your third model, no problem. It depends who you are. Depends on what the first two are and how you're doing, and which 1.5 you get. I mean, even people with experience have to tame the Mustang. Oh, that's great, Eddie K. That's exactly what I was saying. Yeah, Expo can really tame a guy that's got the shakes. Scott. There's no room for that. Race says he was the team photographer for the air race team. First time I took my DSLR to an event. Nice. Hubert, Truth Still Matters, says he would love us to do a tutorial on landing jets, specifically throttle management and flaring. What do you think? I think it's a great idea, and I'll put it on my list of things I want to do. There's a lot of things I want to do. I think there's a lot of times if you watch our videos, you're getting a mini tutorial at the end. Or with the touch and goes or with the landings, because I feel like I talk through it. Some planes take some different strategies to work it out, but I feel like if you've been around a minute, you get the lingo, and I'm telling you what I'm doing to work it out most of the time. And specifically, just off the top of my head, I'm thinking about, I did a touch and go thing on the Freewing A10 where we had put the upgraded struts on there and just shot touch and go after touch and go and landing after landing, and this was at a time when everybody was talking about the bounce of that plane, and I attribute that a little bit to the geometry of the stock landing gear, where you had trailing links on the back and then you had a straight up and down on the front nose. So I put the straight up and down all the way around, and it didn't matter how I came in, it did really good. But repeated touch and goes and landings, and you can hear me talking through what I'm doing each time, and you can, because it's a twin, you can easily hear the throttle. So there are some approaches where, let's say I was really high, and so cutting the power and letting it come in kind of on its own, mostly dead stick, worked. There were some times where I set the throttle and I was able to it was perfect, consistent throttle the whole way. But every time, regardless, you're trying to achieve the same thing. There were other times where I would have to blip the throttle to maintain the glide I was after to hit the right flare. So Look at those videos. Look at Yak 130 video from FMS that's on my channel. Look at the Bayhawk videos. Look at the F-22. Look at a lot of those jet videos were, especially the ones that are known to be bouncy. The Viper 70, if you don't stick it and bleed it all the way off, will bounce on you. You know, the 90, though, just absorbs it all. But I'd be glad to do another video on that, time permitting. But I think that information is out there in the jet videos if you really listen to those approaches. Tony CCXRC in the house. Only expo he knows is the Montreal Expos. You know what? If you put the Gen 8 on a Spectrum radio, you can limit the travel and throw Expo on it and get that thing to act like an Axial, because that thing is jumpy on the ready to run radio. Whatever, Marshall. Michael Bears nailed it. He says Frank Sylvester has some excellent videos on landing techniques. Yeah, and how to handle it when bad things happen to your plane as well. Never cut power when you're really high, says Ken Kraus. Now, sometimes that's what you need. Sometimes that's what you need. If you have the altitude, you trade it for speed, and you don't need the thrust. But there's a million different ways to get it done. That's why I mentioned the A10, the Freewing A10 video I did on the upgraded struts, because there are so many landings and touch and goes that you see them achieved from a myriad of approach styles, you know, dead stick, blip the throttle, steady throttle, like everything. The 90 millimeter Viper is just supreme. You know, all the Vipers, if you slow them down too much, will kind of tip stall a little bit. Watch RC Geek's video he did on the Viper. His review video is fantastic. And he does a good job talking about what he's doing on that to avoid that tip. Dropping a wing, it's great. What's up, Allie? I hope I can go, Tony. Are you going, dude? We got to get together sometime. I've been wanting to talk to you. Hopefully you're getting settled in Michigan, man. Yeah, dude, I want to go. We'll see what, I don't know what's exactly going on for me next weekend, but I'd like to go. All out of whack. Yeah, wings level. Speed. Manage your speed. George, no, I didn't change the timing on my Viper. I tell you what, I had a blast at Muncie. I rocked the Viper in Muncie, dude. And Bobby got to maiden a couple of our friends there. But, man, landing and just hitting the brakes with that thrust reverse was too cool. You'll be there. Awesome, man. Awesome. So is that everything, Tony? Like surface and planes? Is that everything? When I was a private pilot, my instructor always wanted to cut power to put us into spin and how to get out. That's what I was joking about. Yeah. All kinds of stall recoveries. I did them. Yeah, rudder is great. New guys aren't using it, though. I mean, let's be real. New guys aren't using it. Most of them are not using it. What are we talking about, Grossman? Adverse yaw. I mean, that one, it takes a lot of throw in the ailerons to kind of see that displayed. And a lot of times it's going to be, it's hard for people to see it. And it's usually not detrimental on a model that's got enough power to get through all kinds of things. Planes with like a tremendous amount of under camber are gonna experience that adverse yaw more. I remember planes used to call for differential setup on ailerons to help mitigate that adverse yaw, but you don't see, most folks aren't doing that anymore. Allie, it depends on your prior experience, what other things you've been flying, but the Viper 70 is a good 6S starter if you've already got some skill. There's a bunch of good 4S offerings, though, out there, too, that are great beginner jets as well. So it kind of depends on where you're at already and where you want to go. Oh, Ken Kraus, thanks for coming by, man. The landing for the 70mm Viper, Hubert. Bleed the speed, man. Watch the videos, dude. I'm telling you. I tell you about it. I talk about it. Bleed the speed. Bleed the speed. Keep your power in. Nose up a little bit. Fly that thing down. Get down there low. Keep that nose held off. And commit to that back pitch. Commit to that elevator. Otherwise, you're going to be skipping around. If you get too slow, you're going to tip a wing and bounce it. And if you're too fast, you're going to skip it. So it's just kind of it's one of those, there's a handful of these jets that I call full bleeders, where I feel like it needs all the speed bled off to transition into ground ops. And the Viper 70 is one of those that I lump in the same category as like Yak 130 and BAE Hawks. And there's a lot of stuff that'll let you get away with less than perfect, but some of those, the margin is very small. I think you really got to bleed it all, or you're going to be. The Avanti flies so good that if you don't bleed it all, it's back up. Yeah, Grossman. Just coordinate the turn, man. You can just coordinate it with a rudder. I don't like mixing rudder with aileron. The only mixes I do are flap to elevator. The Draco actually comes with some of that coordinated rudder mixed in with it, and that plane benefits from it. And it makes sense because there's a good deal of under camber on that wing, and so adverse yaw is a thing on that one. So they've got it mixed, but. How many times are you flying a Warbird? Here's my example. I always say this. If you're flying a Warbird and you're turning the plane, you get in a bank. A lot of times you're moving pretty quick, so it's kind of a steep bank. And so let's say you're in a left turn, you're banking. It may tuck under and spin if you're not careful, and you have to give it. And look, these things have enough power. If you don't coordinate the rudder, you're going to make it. You're going to get through. That's finesse stuff. That's not beginner stuff, if you ask me. But if you're in a left turn, you're banking pretty severely, and again, it looks like the thing is going to spin in on itself or tuck in, or the turn's getting steeper in the bank. You're giving it opposite aileron. You put the plane in that left bank. You don't hold it there. So once you've established that bank angle, you're pulling through with elevator. You're basically neutral on ailerons, right? So if it's mixed in, you might really tuck it under and then have to give it opposite aileron, and now you're putting your nose up again. So if I have recognized the tendency to have to opposite aileron to keep the thing from turning too tight or spinning in on itself, then if I've mixed rudder in with that, I'm really waffling in the airflow. I'm putting skids and slips and all this kind of stuff in the turn that doesn't need to be there. So that's my reason. I don't do that. I know some guys do. I think if you're that good to know you need it, then you're that good to just do it. But do what you will. I just have seen it so many times where you need opposite aileron to keep from overdoing it, that I don't want to be kicking the yaw the wrong way. LJ Hobby Life in the house. Yeah, you guys, I mean, it's cool. Whatever's working for you. Rudder's great. It's a finesse thing. But a new guy has enough going on to learn without worrying about, look, man, none of these planes are, that coordinating the turn on these things isn't going to make or break it. It'd make them look better. They'll fly better. You're not in it. You don't know what the airflow's doing, except you know, but you don't feel it like you do in a real one when you are sloppy. But how many guys have gotten along forever without touching them? They use them for ground ops, and that's it. So we're getting along. The power's there. You can muscle through. Nice, Eddie K. That's exactly right, George. You know what? Every now and then we're flying a plane that doesn't have a rudder, and Bobby and I both are still using rudder, even though it doesn't have one. It becomes natural. Yeah, whatever it takes. You know, the guy who brings home the most in one piece, you know, that's a guy to listen to. Chucky Freebird, what's up, man? Nice to meet you at Muncie. That was cool, man. Good to see you here. Yank and bank, baby. Hey, I got nothing against rudder. I just won't mix it in. I won't mix it in. Yep. It's got to be opposite rudder for knife edge. It's fun. Yeah, Francis. I mean, nose up, that's a skid. That's like skidding through. It works, though. That's the thing. It works. Whatever gets you through the night, man. It works. Like when I'm flying warbirds and they're coming through like this, you know, kick the rudder to get it flowing smooth through the turn. But sometimes when you do that, you need opposite aileron to keep it from going too much. There's a lot of times coupling that happens with rudder inputs as well. You got to be aware of, careful of. That's why I'm not bothering a new guy with the rudder. Allie, yeah, I've flown planes off of water. Joe Pellegrino, yeah. He's also using aluminum foil for shims instead of washers. It's cool. I like Brian, though. I mean, aerobatics are going to teach you rudder. I mean, it's I love it. I mean, I love it. I use it a lot, but I also remember not using it for anything forever and getting along too. Yank and bake, baby. All right, man. It's been 2 hours and 40 minutes here in a minute. I got about 5 minutes in me, dudes, and I'm going to wrap. The strategy for float flying landings and doing them well is very similar to what the best looking landings and touch and goes on the ground look like too. On the water, being too slow or too fast is super obvious. Different than on the ground. But like, what if you're working out float flying landings, then you're a touch and go boss. That's right, Francis. Yeah, I mean, if you're flying slow, I mean, look, I do all kinds of rudder stuff. I just am not bothering new guys with it. I mean, those slow flat turns out in front of you that we film sometimes, I mean, that's all rudder. And it's a ton of opposite aileron usually too. So I wouldn't want to mix. Even though your input's going to prioritize over the mix, I just don't want to bother with it. But, I mean, that's why it's great that there's so many different ways to get it done. Pellegrino picking up some dinner. Matt M uses it for aerobatics, yeah. Definitely need speed on float flying. And speed your friend on the ground too. It's just, where is it too much? You'll learn it. Oh, probably going to work. Hung out with the family all day today, and then they'll be out of town tomorrow, and I'm going to work all day, airplane business, and then Monday I'll hang out with them. They'll be back, and then back to work. All right, Jeff in Lower Alabama. Thanks, man. Cheeseburger, fist bump, thumbs up. Let's do this. RCM Marshall says he float flies at least once a month. Yeah, Joe, back to Brian Phillips. He put it on, I think, a plane that didn't have rudder, didn't he? Pretzel sticks. When I spin, it's everything the same way, but I actually relax the elevator a little bit, and sometimes can get them even slower. I'm like Bird in the House. Hope the rain comes early so you can get back out tomorrow, says boss. All right, last minute thoughts. Yep, few minutes. And we're going to go. Last minute thoughts, man. Check out the vids, y'all. You know the deal. Put out a few this week. I think the Night Radiant video is pretty chill. And I think it's pretty funny in the first couple of minutes. That was funny. Nice. Battle of Britain Day coming up September 15th. Yeah, float flying's neat. I have not FPV'd on a jet. I've actually only FPV'd on a plane a couple times, and somebody else had it. It was, man, what's his name, man? What's the name of Jude's channel? RC Everyday or something? What's the name of his channel? I think it is RC Everyday. Eddie K, thanks, man. Nice. Yeah. I'm digging it so far. I mean, this is all I've done with it. MacBook Pro in the house. Getting it. Yep. Everybody have a good weekend, says John Graham. Very cool. Thanks for coming by and hanging out with me, guys. It's always a good time. I think I'm just super excited about the future. Yeah, it's great to see you, Dad. I was glad to get you. I was all about getting you stick time on that thing. That was cool. Okay. Y'all know what to do. What's up, Lyndon? You take care too, Ali Abdul Rashid. Paul Dayton, thank you, man. Toonami. Lyndon's in the house. What's up, dude? We're about to get out of here, dude. Take care. Have a great week. Says Mike Bird. Everybody, thanks for coming by. Thanks for all your support, members. Your total bosses. Pellegrino, Watts, Philip Bender, Eddie K, John Graham. Guys I mentioned before that were here, members, all you guys who come, but I mean the members are just above and beyond, man. It's what's making this dream come true and be a possibility, actually. So thanks. All right, George Watts says have a good weekend. Yeah, man, everybody, I hope you get to see your family, have some fun. Yeah. Jeff Adams says it's about to get real. Good night, foamy homies, says Air Marshal. Air Marshal, I need an e-calc job on that FMS 1700 millimeter Corsair. Once and for all, I'm done screwing around. I bought the wrong stuff twice. Let me tell you what ESC I have, and then I want to get you to work, dude. Hold on a minute. Huh. Monster. 120 amp smart. I want to go 8S on this. It says it'll do it 6S to 12S. I'd like to keep the 4-bladed prop that's on it. I want to e-calc it out. What motor do I need to make that darn thing 8S? Go. That FMS Corsair needs some speed. Then I'm going to fly it like crazy. My Flightline one is going to find another home. And Warren, are you still here? I know you wanted my F-18 a while back. That F-18, Freewing F-18 and F-15 are on the block. I gotta make room. I gotta make room and recoup some stuff. Yeah, boss was there, Warren. Kevin's his name, but he probably, if you met him, it would have been, he probably introduced himself as boss, I think. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so, Johnson. I don't know. Whatever eCalc says is what I want to go with. I want to, that thing needs to be fast. Matt M says he's given up on it. How's come? Rats rule for real, Jeff. Johnson's going to get the 90 millimeter Viper hopefully around Thanksgiving. You guys that are shopping online, man, use one of your favorite YouTubers. Go through their website, go through their links in the description, go through mine. It makes this cool stuff happen. I want to know why you gave up on it. Yeah, I'm going to get my Draco back out. No, not right now, Dave. Off camera, bro. We should do a collab on it. That'd be cool. Yeah, I don't think he got much of a difference out of it, did he? He was on like stock power system, and I don't think it mattered. I think that prop's probably stalled. Um, it doesn't fly straight and power. Straighten the yaw or the roll. Can you trim it out? I haven't flown mine since the first couple times. I think it needs some speed. Whose links to use? I mean, if you're asking me, not everybody has the new ones. And I know guys want to spread the love and be fair, and that's cool. You get support whoever you want to support ultimately. But you know, the guy who has it, the guy who's doing the work, the guy who's putting the time on it, is probably not a bad first choice. If you're asking. Nope, not yet, Jay. I got to get it built. I got it sitting behind me, but I'd like to get it up in the air tomorrow or Monday. I'm looking forward to trying out that King Twin. It looked neat. I couldn't help it, and I used our buddy Jeff's Custom RC's link on that one. It's pitchy. Kenny says the same thing. Corsairs need their elevators tamed. They're huge. The counterbalances on the elevator on Corsairs, every Corsair I've flown has needed expo or travel adjusted to make it not so pitchy. And if it's pitchy, it's also probably not got enough weight in the nose. Anytime you're flying balanced or tail heavy, that elevator's super effective. Too much. Yeah, John. I mean, don't feel bad, but you can get them next time. I mean, you guys just support whoever you want to support. You know what I mean? But yeah, like on stuff like that, he did the work. You know, it's always very valuable videos on the tech with RC Air Marshal, and you do what you got to do. It's okay. You get to do what you want to do. And support who you want to support, but do somebody, you know, because it doesn't cost you nothing but consideration, you know. And some of us guys are, look, man, I know I pay for my website, and that's to make it easy, so you don't have to go find a video and click a link. You just straight up go to the website, click the brand. It's awesome. Yep, exactly, Marshall. Shorten up the elevator throws. That's what I say. Shorten up the throws, throw some expo in it. Make sure you've got enough nose weight. There's a lot on the back end of a Corsair, you know. And, yeah. I'm looking forward to... There you go, Johnson. That's it. Most of those are libertarian votes, but that's okay. You just got to do what feels right. Just do something, you know. Just do something. So, thank you guys. All right, we're going to do it. That's it, I think. 1 minute warning. 1 minute. I get it, but it happens even when I just let it fly straight and not touch any inputs. You know what, they are foamies, right? Sometimes they've got a warp in them. I think that's kind of what's nice about AS3X and stabilization sometimes, is you can take some of that weirdness out of a plane. Sometimes you just have a weirdness. I've had it, and that's what's good about flight modes. Let's say with flaps down, you have it worse than without. You know, those where flight modes come in. And Fred, yeah, I know that about you, and that makes those are planes that you definitely are going to notice when you don't coordinate turns, and you're also not yanking and banking them as hard, right? Like the civilian planes and World War I planes, you fly a little more scale, probably a little flatter turn, more liable to see adverse yaw present itself. Yeah, I get it. Keep the blue side up, says boss. Thank you, Ann. Great show as always, she says. Well, Warren's talking to Matt about the Corsair. No inputs, question mark, running a gyro with gains too high. I think if he was running a gyro with the gains too high, he would have a more of an oscillation, not just a... yeah, there's no gyro in it. If he had a gyro in it, he may not notice that it's got a list or a yaw to it. Keith says he also added weight to the nose on the Corsair. That's exactly why I think it'll be fine on 8S. Big honking ESC, a couple 4S packs or a 6S and a 2S, one of those things. And George is right. Sometimes a bad servo can cause pitch problems if it's not centering. Yeah. Too much gain, yep. And also if it changes with throttle, you have a bad throttle angle. Usually too much gain, though, you're going to know. It's oscillating. But he doesn't have a gyro in there. Dennis Frost, man, thank you for coming by. Thank you for the super chat. Great show. Thank you very much. We'll see you next time. Johnson says he flies a T-33 with no gyro because there's no room to put the receiver in the correct orientation to use it. I get it. That thing flies pretty good, too. Motor angle, yeah. Thrust angle and such, yeah. Michael Bear's got to get some more beef sticks. Dude, I put a promotion on Facebook. There was I don't know if it's still going, but there was a 15% off. I can believe it, Dennis. Especially those Freewing and Flightline servos throw really big. So, man, a lot of guys are toning them way down. Dennis is on 40% travel on the elevator on his Corsair. I can believe it. I probably am super low too. And a lot of times FMS and E-flite stuff, I like the 100% rates, but on a Corsair, I bet I knock it down. Yeah, it'll like ping pong into position. Too much gain. I think it just needs speed a little bit. Man, so how long? Man, we are doing it. 3-hour tour? Holy moly. It's 12. Jeez. Yeah, sometimes I do, Allie. I don't make it a big, super big, obvious thing. But, yeah, sometimes I get rid of my planes. I need to after a point. I give some away and sell some. Okay. He loves his Draco already and he hadn't even seen it, says Lyndon. Oh yeah, we passed 17,000 the other day, guys, over here. 17,044 now. Thank you, fellas. 17K, missing a zero. Let's go. I'm gonna have to fly one through a bridge or a drainage ditch to get it, I think. All right, Dennis. Dennis, you got a Flightline Corsair. That's awesome. I don't feel bad then. That wiggles just a bow for completing the maneuver. Just rate gains, little no head gain. I don't think I do the head gain at all. Whatever AS3X has. Yeah, Carbon Z 150T is awesome. Flightline Spitfire is your dream plane, says Allie. Where you live, Allie? Are you close? For whatever reason, I thought you were in Indy, Annapolis or something. Is that right? Yeah, it's pretty good. It's so good, I'm getting rid of it. Stick your tongue on a bug zapper. That's Kenny's job. Man, I don't feel like I've done a 3-hour one for a while. Man, might as well go one more minute at this point. One more minute. Dude, that Tiger Cat is what's up. Indianapolis, I knew it. I'm getting rid of mine, dude. Used. Free wing or Flightline Spit. There's a lot of stuff I have I like, but it just you can't open a museum. I gotta get rid of stuff, man. 4321. John Graham. Rolling loop over and under the bridge. There you go. John, we're getting there, man. I promise. Pilot Ryan Marathon. EQ asks me, King Rat, will an ankle monitor affect signal? Ask Air Marshal. He's got two, one on each leg. You know what? I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. Michael Bear's trying to talk Kenny into taking a leak on his bug zapper in the dark. See what happens. Air Marshal. It's nice. It's not. I got one. And I'm probably keeping it. Hey, I have another hour in me, says John Graham. Holy smokes. Auction. Yeah, I'd need to do an open house, to be honest. Bobby and I both need to. I think it'd not be a bad idea to do like an open house, and some of you local guys come, spend the day on a Saturday, and then if you hang around and do the lounge with a bunch of dudes hanging out here. We go somewhere where there's more places to sit and stuff. We got all kinds of room. Air Marshal's asking EQ if it runs on 2.4 gig. Race 22 crew invited you, Allie, to come fly with him down at Johnson County, down near Camp Atterbury, 450 foot of paved runway. There you go. It is a good question, EQ. He's asking for a friend, right? This plane. The King Twin Turboprop is awesome, says Lyndon. Yeah, it looks good. Nah, I can't do it online, Dad. YouTube's not, you can't do anything like that on YouTube. And I'm not risking it. I got too much in this. It's got to be, yeah, boss, I'll let you know. I'll let you guys know. You guys, this is fairly local, man. I mean, this stream, I don't advertise it. You guys are always here. Only so many of you are going to be close enough to make it. And I tell you what, Nothing's official yet, but you guys that have like super quick access, I mean, some of the stuff may be gone. I just, it's just real messy. I have to be kind of low key about it. I'm not doing the waffles, or I don't do RC groups anymore. I used to, but I'm really trying hard to not have to do. I just want to do it low key ish. So yeah, boss, I'll let you know. We need to do it though. Both of us. Both. All right. And I wonder why. Why the ankle bracelet? Right side. I don't know what you mean, dude. 4. Oh, I see. Ha. Not a bad idea. All right, y'all are probably ready for it to be over too. So with that, I'm going to do it. I'm going to bounce. First time I've ended a stream on this machine. Thanks for coming by. Show number 163, at least. Yeah, my word. Guys, have fun. Post up what you're doing on the Pilot's Lounge. When you're going shopping, you know what to do. Support somebody. Oh, man. We're having the best time. Good night, everybody. We'll see you. Gonna roll in 5. Hanger Rats forever. 3 you later. You're too good to be forgotten. Links in the distro. See you guys. Oops, wrong mouse. Stall Speed says, see ya, Bobby. I'm not Bobby, dude. Nice, Olson. Yeah, you guys who are getting new planes that you just, ordered forever ago, man, share your experience with us on that Facebook group. Tag me if you post on Instagram, whatever. At me on Facebook. Let's go. Let me see what you're doing with stuff you bought. Appreciate you guys. All right, we're doing it.